waking up one morning to headlines screaming that the future of the electric car industry has just been rewritten overnight. A single company, almost quietly, has developed a piece of technology that could flip the entire market upside down. That company isn't Tesla. It isn't a US startup. It isn't even a European giant. No, it's BYD, a Chinese automaker that many in the West used to underestimate. But now the game has changed. The whispers are getting louder. BYD's secret EV tech is not just another upgrade, not just another shiny innovation. It's something that could genuinely put Tesla in danger. The world has always looked at Tesla as the king of electric vehicles, the pioneer, the disruptor that left century-old automakers scrambling. Elon Musk built a brand that was not only about cars but about dreams, about the future of humanity, about rockets and Mars and technology that felt like science fiction. For years, Tesla stood almost untouchable. Rivals came and went, trying to catch up, but they were always 2 steps behind. Until now. Because in the background, BYD wasn't playing by Tesla's rules. They weren't chasing hype on Twitter. They weren't trying to make cars that looked like spaceships. Instead, they were focusing on something far more dangerous, perfecting an energy system that could make EVs cheaper, safer, and possibly even limitless in ways Tesla hasn't dared to imagine. This is the story of how the world's biggest EV company, yes, bigger than Tesla in global sales, is preparing to shock the entire industry with technology so disruptive that even Elon Musk might have to take a step back and wonder if Tesla's throne is slipping away. Think about it. When we talk about electric cars, the conversation always comes back to the same pain points: charging time, battery life, safety, cost. These are the 4 pillars that decide whether EVs succeed or fail. And while Tesla has tried to lead the way with innovations like superchargers, massive gigafactories, and promises of million-mile batteries, BYD has been quietly building answers that are more practical, more scalable, and, here's the kicker, already hitting the market faster than anyone expected. What makes BYD's secret tech so shocking isn't just that it exists, but that it might already be working in ways the rest of the world hasn't realized. Imagine an EV battery that doesn't explode under pressure, that charges faster, lasts longer, and costs less to produce. Imagine a system so efficient that countries in Africa, Asia, and Europe are suddenly able to leapfrog traditional automakers and adopt BYD cars as their national fleets. And imagine Tesla, once the giant of innovation, suddenly having to defend its crown against an opponent that plays an entirely different game. This isn't a far-off future. It's happening right now. BYD has already sold millions of EVs worldwide. They're not testing in secret labs anymore. They're delivering cars to real customers, governments, and companies that are ditching Tesla for BYD. And yet, somehow, most of the Western media hasn't grasped just how serious this is. That's what makes it a secret, not because the information is hidden, but because so few people are paying attention. So the real question becomes, what exactly is BYD's secret EV technology? How does it threaten Tesla? And most importantly, what happens next? Stay with me because by the time you finish this video, you'll understand why experts are calling this the beginning of a new war in the EV world, a war Tesla might not be ready for. Understand why BYD's secret technology is sending shockwaves through the EV industry. We need to look at the heart of every electric vehicle, the battery. For Tesla, batteries have always been the crown jewel. Musk's entire empire is built on the promise of making batteries cheaper, longer-lasting, and more efficient. Gigafactories were designed for one purpose: scaling up battery production so Tesla could dominate the EV market for decades to come. But here's where BYD quietly made a move that could blindside Tesla. While everyone else was still chasing after the lithium-ion formula, BYD introduced something revolutionary: the blade battery.
At first, the name sounded like just another marketing gimmick.
But when engineers and industry insiders got a closer look, they realized this wasn't hype, it was a turning point. The blade battery is thinner, stronger, and significantly safer than the traditional batteries Tesla has been relying on. In brutal nail penetration tests, where normal batteries catch fire or explode, BYD's blade stays cool, almost unbothered. Think about what that means. No more viral videos of EVs catching fire. No more fears about parking your car in the garage overnight. For millions of skeptical buyers, safety has always been a deal breaker. BYD just eliminated that fear with one single innovation. But safety is just the start. The blade battery also cuts down costs dramatically. Why? Because it uses lithium iron phosphate, LFP. instead of the expensive nickel-cobalt chemistry that Tesla has leaned on for years. LFP batteries are not only cheaper to produce, but they also last longer and require less complicated sourcing. That means no dependency on unstable mining regions, no massive spikes in cost every time global markets shift. In a world where supply chains are constantly under pressure, BYD's choice gives it a serious advantage.